She said she loved you. Like, and share this episode. So maybe you've had this experience. Most guys have. You're talking to a woman for a couple weeks, a couple months. All of a sudden, you say, "Hey man, I love you. Is it real? Is this even possible?" You might not even believe it. You might say, "Oh, she just can't be." You know what I'm saying? This has happened, I'd say the majority of guys. This is not far-fetched at all. Especially when you're in the 20s. Or maybe a teenager. When you were in high school. Somebody, some young girl might have told you that. "Hey, I love you, Jamal, Bryant, Jamel," you know, whatever your name may be, right? Now, here's the deal. I kind of look at this like a fan. You know, it's kind of like being online. You know, I have fans online. I have people that's been following me for, I don't know, 10 years, 5-10 years online, right? And every once in a while, "Man, I love you, man, blah, blah, blah." This, you know, they'll go off, you know, in a good way. And I have some people that I've seen in person as well say the same thing, right? So I kind of see it the same way, just like a woman would say it to me. Now, let's be clear. When a woman says she loves me, even though I might not see it the way she sees it, but at the same time, I ain't trying to talk her out of it. No. I'm not trying to talk her out of her believing what she believes. No, not at all. I'm not one of those guys that's gonna sit there and be like, "Can't be. I just met you 2 months ago. You don't love me." No, I'm not one of those guys. No, No. Bring it on. I want more attention. Hell, that shit. Nah. If first off, it's not wrong with her feeling or having an emotional attachment to me. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a positive thing, by the way. It's not negative at all. That's the first reason why I ain't trying to talk her out of it. I mean, it ain't hurting nobody. It ain't hurting her, it ain't hurting me. You know, and I don't have bad intentions or ill will towards her. So I ain't trying to talk her out of anything that she believes. You know, she might say, "Oh, I love you from the bottom of my heart." Oh, great. You know, I ain't trying to talk her out of it though. You know, however, at the same time, when a woman says she loves you, especially within the first couple weeks, a couple months, that doesn't mean the same thing as your mother or your father saying they love you. That's not the same type of love. We got to put this in context. That's not the same thing. The difference is, see, when a girl says she loves you, um, what she means in most cases is that you made her feel a certain type of way, right? And that's great. Not wrong with that. Or she likes herself better when she's around you or when she talks to you. Because let's keep in mind, you don't necessarily have to be physically around this person. It could be over the telephone. It could be a video. Could be through any form of communication. I've had women tell me through email, text, video, hey, I love you. I've had people say that many times, right? But let's keep in mind, it doesn't mean the same thing based on your parents' love. When your parents say they love you, your parents gave birth to you. They created they helped create you. I should say that. Your mom gave birth to you. But overall, they helped create you, gave birth to you. So they see you different. Every parent, damn near, thinks their kid is special, right? But the rest of us don't. Until you had to demonstrate something in order to be special or make a difference in somebody's life in order for them to see you special. Our parents just love us by default, unconditional, right? Now, I'm not saying other people can't have love for you unconditional. They can, but it's a process that usually takes time. Over time, it can happen. It's possible, right? But in the beginning, highly unlikely. Highly unlikely because of how people were raised, how they were conditioned. That's probably not going to happen. But over time, years, it could happen. This person could have unconditional love for you. Yes, it does happen. But your parents, they have unconditional love for you by default. So when your parents say they love you, it doesn't mean the same thing. It means something different versus if your girlfriend or your wife says something, or your soon-to-be wife says that. Now, they might care for you, have a lot of respect for you, and that's great. Nothing wrong with that either. See, what a lot of guys are really looking for is respect. See, respect from a woman equals love. That's what they're really searching for. That's what a lot of guys really want. They want the respect from the woman. Because if they get the respect from the woman, everything else will take care of itself. And then the guy will think that the woman loves him. Hell, she might even think it too. And that's great. You can call it whatever you want with all the titles, but at the end of the day, what guys really want from women is respect. That's what they really want. That's what they really want. And women, they want to feel like they can be themselves around somebody, this guy. And they want to feel safe and secure. And, they like when you listen to what they're saying, you paying attention and, just be there. And then she'll reciprocate in some type of way. And if you can just get that right with a woman, that's great. That's a beautiful thing. Y'all have a great relationship. I'm not saying y'all won't have no problem.
Do you find yourself struggling to meet women through online dating apps? Are you tired of constantly swiping left with no success and not knowing what to say to get the attention of a woman? Look no further. Our expert tips and tricks will give you the confidence you need to succeed in the online dating world. It's time to start taking control of your dating life and master the art of online dating. Imagine meeting some of the most attractive women in the world. Our game-changing program will help you navigate the world of online dating with confidence and charm. From creating a standout profile to crafting the perfect message, we've got you covered every step of the way. Our program covers everything you need to know to make a lasting impression. Say goodbye to endless swiping and hello to meaningful connections with the women of your dreams. Join the countless men who have found success in meeting women through online dating by following our time-tested and proven strategies. Take the first step towards improving your dating life today. Master the art of online dating and take your game to the next level. With our proven strategies, you'll be a pro at online dating in no time. So don't wait. Go to onlinedatingfordummies.com and get started today. And take control of your dating life, and you'll be light years ahead of most men with our groundbreaking program. Get ready to swipe right with confidence and watch your success explode. So don't wait. Get started today by going to onlinedatingfordummies.com and take the first step towards finding your perfect match.
Problems. But it ain't gonna be perfect. But we all be able to overcome and outlast the problems. You know what I'm saying? The problem with a lot of relationships between two people is they can't get past the problems. They don't know how to, in most cases. And the reason why they don't know how to, because a lot of times you have some people, they don't know who they are, and they really don't know what they want. And you have a lot of guys that are bad leaders. And you have a lot of people that they never really committed to the relationship, to the marriage. And they don't really know what commitment really looks like. That's another thing. People don't really know what true commitment really looks like. You know, today a lot of women think leadership is accomplishments, like a trophy, like getting on stage and speaking and getting acknowledged by people and fans. That's what women call leadership today. And see, that's not leadership to me, you know, or to most guys, I would say. Leadership is safety. When the door fly open and someone's coming to kill everybody in your house, and you take control and protect everybody, that's leadership. Now that might sound extreme, but this shit happens from time to time. Doesn't happen all the time, but it's possible. It could happen one day. You might be with your family and somebody could broke in your house and try to rob you or try to do some type of harm to you, and you have to protect. This happens. This home invasion happens all across this country. This is not something that's far-fetched. That's leadership, when you take action to protect you and yours. All right? With leadership, you have to make tough decisions. So sometimes you have to make decisions that could change everything. Could change you and the family. And then you have to accept the consequences that come along with that. And, you know, you have to look at the pros and cons. So that's where leadership comes in at. You have to accept responsibility based on the decisions you made. And if things don't go Well, you can't point the finger at anybody but yourself. You can't you can't blame anybody. That's bad leadership if you blame somebody for your mistakes. If you make the mistake and you turn around and be like, "Hey, it wasn't for you. I wouldn't have to do this," and blah blah blah. That's bad leadership. You know, that's not good. So at the end of the day, you know, if a woman says, "Hey, I love you," blah blah blah, this and that, that's great. At least you know that you're on the right track. It's not negative. You know, it's not hurting nobody or tearing nobody down. So I don't even get into trying to talk her out of it. Trying to explain why it can't be. I just met you, you know, 3 months ago or whatever. You know, as long as she don't start acting wacky, you know, I wouldn't put too much on it. I'll give you an example. I had a woman that said, "Oh, I love you," this and that, or whatever, and she became possessive all of a sudden. That's what I mean when I say start acting wacky. If she started acting possessive, like you know, like we're together in a relationship all of a sudden, after the first time of having sex, well, that's problematic. That's what I mean when I say wacky. See, that's a problem. But it's okay for her to express herself if she know how to behave. Ain't nothing wrong. Now, if she's looking for you to say this, saying you love her back, well, I would be like, hey, sweetheart, I ain't there yet. Yeah, well, of course I care for you, but I'm still really trying to get to know you. Now, if you say that, she'll understand that. She'll respect that. Because you're still trying to get to know her for real. That's the truth. She can't say that's a lie. That's the truth. I mean, if y'all been talking 2-3 months, even 6 months, even anything within a year, you really still trying to get to know her. You don't know everything about her. Hell, you ain't gonna know everything about her in 2 years. But you're really still trying to get to know her within the first year. You know, so you ain't telling a lie. So she has to respect that. Now, she might ask you, what else you need to know? And y'all can talk about that. Y'all can have a conversation about that. You know, and that's fine. But, you know, but long as things are positive, good vibe, see, that's what you really look for. You need a good vibe. Be around a person with a good vibe. She's feeling you, you feeling her. You know what I'm saying? And you know who really feeling you. I mean, you know. Everybody's met that woman where it's like, damn. I mean, that's like her energy. You know what I'm saying? She's into me more than I'm into her. And that's great. But when you're into her more than she's into you, now that's when things usually go south. Falls. Some people will say, well, why is that? I think a lot of women start to take the guy for granted whenever she finds out or figures out that the guy is into her more than she's into him. That's what I think it really comes down to, you know. And plus it could be sometimes she probably really didn't want to be with the guy anyway. That probably had something to do with it as well. So you just never know for sure, 100%. But that's usually how it go. I'm not saying it's right, but that's usually how it go. So you tell me what you think below. Have you ever met a girl that told you she loves you within the first 2 weeks after y'all smash? And if so, what did you say? What did you do? How'd you handle it? Did you let things, you kept flowing with it? Or y'all talked about it? I'd like to know. Leave your comments below. Don't forget to check out the Patreon. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.